What's up, guys? This is going to be a quick video on how to wire in these Raptor lights into your Gen 2 2017 to 2022 Subaru Crosstrek. Alright, so these ones I picked up for, I don't know, 20 bucks I think at Walmart. I've had these in a while, but I've been kind of messing around with power taps and whatnot, and I didn't find a solution that seems to work for me. So they come and they're like these little, they're almost like they have a post, like a bolt on the backside, and then they come out to the light, and you have a washer and a nut that goes on them, and the wire comes out in the middle there. So I wired the three, and I used two of the supplied brackets on either end, and then just drilled a hole here in the grill and put that one in. So then I ran the wiring up to get to back in there. The easiest thing to do is pull your intake tube that goes to your filter, and then just this plastic piece here. It's just all this clip, these two clips, and this clip, and both that and this come out. So then after that, I ran my wiring to here, where I twisted together all the positives and twisted together all the negatives, and then solder and heat shrunk them to 16 gauge positive and negative wire. And then I ran them up along here through this channel up into here, and then I ran my negative to my battery, and then my positive I tapped into my headlight fuse. So I basically brought it down here. Now this other red wire and this black wire go to my wireless light switch that goes to my ditch lights, which I'll show you guys that after. And then I just kind of ran it down and up into here and over. And right here, this is a good shot of the fuse panel. I had a hard time finding this, but these are these fuses here are for tail lights and a couple other lights, and then high beams. And then just below that, so left of this, I mean the right of this big fuse, is your low beams. There's a fuse for the left one, the right one. Just pick one of the two. So here, both 15 amp fuses, and I got one of these. Well, I got a box of these fuse taps. Basically, you put one of the fuses as your supply, and one of the fuses is your load. So the lights would be the load, and the supply would be the fuse. The fuse source, which is here. I just plug that back in. Okay, so now with that being said, when I turn the car on and just the daytime running lights are on, which I was going to try to run it to both headlights and daytime running lights, but the daytime running lights have power to them all the time unless you turn the headlights on. So that means even when the car's off, it has power, so these lights would still be on in the grill, which I had originally tapped to just one of these empty fuse slots, but every once in a while the battery comes to life, and the lights just turn on, and they'll be on for sometimes an hour, sometimes a minute, sometimes 20 minutes, and I didn't want that. I did like having them run all the time during the day as well, but I do not want to do that anymore, because I don't want to kill my battery. Even though they're LEDs and they don't use a lot of power over time, especially in the cold and in the heat, which I live in New England, so we have the extreme cold in the winter, and then it gets up into the 90s in the summer. I don't want to kill that battery. So now that that's like that, come over to the car. Right now my headlights are on auto, the car's off. I throw them on to headlights, and you can see those lights are on there. So that's how I tap this. I could not find a video on it because not a lot of people do this, and the people that do it usually have light switches that go to various other things, and they just plug them into those light switches, the light pillar pods or whatever. In my case, and I'll show you guys that next, let me just kind of button this up here real quick. In my case, make sure it's all plugged in good. Yeah, and then when you run the wire down the channel, it just kind of comes out like that. So in my case, I couldn't afford like the trigger system or anything like that, but I got a knockoff version of it, which you just plug your wires in. These wires go up to my ditch lights, and they supply you with a switch that looks like this. The problem is it doesn't tell you if it's on or off. So what I was doing is I was forgetting to turn the lights on or forgetting to turn the lights off, because I was so used to having those Raptor lights, just when I turn the car on, they turned on. So like this switch here, if I push it, you can see how the lights come on. You can hear an audible click. That's just the circuit breaker turning on, and then again turning off. So obviously with those lights, I'm only turning them on at night so I can tell if they're on or not. In a snowstorm, I'll turn them on, but you can kind of see them when it's really bad. You can kind of see them reflecting off the snow and whatnot. But those other lights, I just kind of forget to turn on. So that's why I wanted to make that video. And then I just kind of zip tied them. So that wire and then this bigger ground wire go to this. This is the antenna for it. I just kind of tuck that down in there. And then this wire here is the power that goes into the tap and goes out to the Raptor lights. And then I hid a whole nest of the wiring for this, because it's got a lot of wiring down under there, including the supplied fuse. There is an inline fuse that goes to this too. So if I draw too much, it'll pop that. So I don't have to have inline fuses going out, or I don't have to have fuses going out to my power sources, because if something overdraws, it'll just pop the fuse that's in this. This is just a switch. So all right guys, well I hope this helps you out. I don't normally post to this account and I don't normally make videos, but I figured I'd make a video for this. So enjoy and comment with any questions, and I can always call you. I can always reply back to you guys or whatever, or send me a PM. All right guys. Oh, and follow me on Instagram at silver_xtrek, which I have on the back of my car right there. And I can always make other videos of my car if you guys are interested. All right, have a good one.